Today is a conference called Right Lines, and it's celebrating the august Theatre Centre's 60th year on this planet. They're celebrating their 60 years with emphasis on writers, because writers are the backbone of pretty much all theatre. The day's quite rich in its mix. There's work on adaptation, there's work on play, there's even 3 plays, so it's plays, it's discussions, it's hands-on workshops and practical guides, so it's writing heaven.
I work on a regular basis with young people, creating plays with and for young people. Because I'm at the beginning of that journey, I thought today might be helpful, may give me some clues on how to approach that type of work.
Well, as a producer, I'm going to take away from today having met lots of playwrights and being able to spend the day thinking about how we as producers talk to writers and how we brief them and how we commission them and how we can work with them. And personally, I'm about to embark on a whole program of work with writers over the next 3 years. So it's a really good launch pad for me today. It's a very current conversation in my head.
You meet people, you get a sense of what's going on at the moment, what people are working on. Also, hopefully, you just get a little taster of how people work. So I've been doing a session on which is called Throw Your Pen Out the Window, where I'm talking about how can you dream up ideas for your stories? How can you work in other ways with other art forms as a writer?
As a writer, I feel what I'm going to take away from this is that actually I've got the freedom to be honest and not worry about the gatekeepers and what young writing should be about. That I can actually go out there and explore the questions that are human questions and that aren't just about young people versus adults.
It champions writers, and I think in a theatre culture where there's increasingly a kind of mixed approach to work, where you've got devisers and filmmakers and digital work, that it's really important that there's a company that's still championing the individual voice of the writer.
I feel like what I've gained from today is encouragement, an extra boost of confidence really to carry on with what I'm doing, that it has value, that it's worth persevering with, as well as some really good practical advice and some good contacts and some things to look up in the future.
I think it's always great for a writer to come and be part of something like this, because you spend most of your time alone in a room, and if you do get out, it's to work with one director and some actors normally, so you don't get to come and share.
I was really interested today in this whole question of adaptations and remaking work. I do lots of adaptations. I'm in rehearsals tomorrow with another version of Robin Hood. But I do think it's so important that Theatre Centre are one of those companies that make new work, that tell new stories. I just think as a nation, as a whole culture, as Britain, we have to tell new stories. If we just tell the old stories and twist them a bit, that isn't enough. We have to have companies that tell new stories. And Theatre Centre is one of the precious companies that still do that.